Hi, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, don't forget to subscribe, like, or select notifications. Today, I have a high-intensity interval training workout for you that is going to focus on planks. We're going to start with shoulder rolls, a little warm-up before we begin. Shoulder rolls to the front. So for about 2 minutes, I want you to warm up, kind of checking in with your shoulders, with your wrists, with your back, and all the muscles that we'll be kind of focusing on. All right, so after those shoulder rolls, I want you to bring your hands to your heart and just twist side to side. Good. Now, as you twist, you are going to lift the back heel up. Good. Just to take some of the torque out of the hips, out of the rotation. Check in with your back, with your obliques, with your core. Now let's roll through the wrists a few times in each direction and start to move towards the back edge of your mat or the back edge of wherever you are setting up today. After a few rotations of your wrists, go ahead, pump the fingers in and out a few times. Big inhale up to the sky. Exhale, reach the hands down to the floor. Let's do that again. Take your time. If it's too much, stop halfway. So if you start to feel dizzy or see any stars and it's daytime, then you want to take that full lift out. Good, and just stop about halfway. Good, let's go for another one here, reaching all the way up or about halfway, and then reaching down towards the floor. Hold it here. Walk your hands all the way out into plank, and then walk all the way back into either forward fold or come back up. Good, again, checking with your body and going with whatever feels right for you today. Good, keep going. Let's walk those hands back. Come halfway or all the way up. Good. Again, if you're feeling dizzy with any of these, you just want to stop about halfway. Keep your eye gaze towards the floor and take some of that full movement or that full range of motion out. Awesome. On this next one, let's drop down to the knees, take a child's pose, hips to heels, arms to the front, and stretch. Warm up is over. Let's get this party started. We're going to come from our child's pose position into plank. So take one more deep breath here. Big inhale in, big exhale out, and then either into kneeling or toe plank. Good. Sit back into your child's pose and then come back up into your plank. Good. Now really spread those fingertips apart. You want to feel the entire weight of the upper body spread from your pinky finger to your thumb. Think of your hand as a suction cup. Push down into the knuckles, lift up lightly out of the wrists, and then make sure you're spreading your shoulders across your back as you come into that plank position. Good. So you should feel a pressure of the hands, the full pressure of the hands into the floor, and kind of like you're trying to lift your chest up towards the ceiling, pushing it through the back, through the shoulders. Good, just a few more. We're gonna do each move for about a minute and then rest for 30 seconds. So you are in that home stretch. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good, sitting back, bringing it back into plank. Again, your plank could be down on your knees. It can be up on your toes. We are taking a rest. Good, so this is a 30-second rest period. Whatever you need, maybe rolling through the wrists, maybe pumping the fingers in and out. Good. Maybe a stretch forward and back or kind of waving the arms side to side. We're going to go back into our plank, kneeling or on toes. And we're going to move next into a shoulder tap. Go ahead, try to keep your hips and your shoulders square best you can. You can do that also by bringing the feet out a little bit wider to give you a bigger base of support. Every time the hand comes to the floor, spread the fingertips out. Again, you could be on your knees. If you are on your knees, I want you to pull your belly in nice and tight, lifting it up from the floor. Still spreading the shoulders across the back so we feel the pressure into the chest and front deltoid. Go ahead, strengthen the abdominals. Keep the hips down. So you want a nice straight line from crown to heel. Good, home stretch. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. You've got this. Stay strong, stay committed, stay focused, stay with it. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. Good, shake it out. Open the shoulders, roll through the wrists. Good, whatever you need to kind of take that pressure out of the arms, out of the wrists, out of the fingertips. When you're ready to come back into your plank, next move, we're gonna go into push-ups. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to vary my push-ups just to keep it interesting. So you could start down onto your knees, you can start up onto your toes, keeping the elbows in, doing more of a tricep push-up. You could bring your hands out wide, going into more of a chest or pectoralis push-up. Good, you can vary the stances, maybe going one in, one out. You can also stagger your stance. So maybe one hand forward, one hand back. And then just vary it in the other direction for the same number of push-ups if you decide to go that route. Good, this lets that minute pass a little bit quicker, yeah? Good, keep going, keep going. Hands in, hands out, knees or toes. You are almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, rest. Awesome. Shake it out. So good. How are we feeling so far? I don't know about you, but I am definitely starting to glisten. Stretch into those shoulders, stretch into the wrists, into the fingertips, because we are going back for more planks. All right. So when you are ready, set the hands out, knees or toes. We're going into mountain climbers. So if you are on your knees, you're just going to tuck one knee in at a time, trying to keep those shoulders square and pulled across the back. Good, now you could do these fast or slow. Eye gaze out over the front edge of the mat. Good, belly braced. So we really want to focus on the inner core as you run. Good, now you could also do these standing. If the wrists need a break, you could come up to standing and just run with the knees. Maybe even reach the arms overhead one at a time, reaching up towards the sky. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Keep it going, keep it going. You are doing so fantastic. So good, you're almost there, almost there. Oh, this is that one exercise where that minute does not pass quickly, but we did it, we did it. All right, whatever stretches you need. Shake it out, maybe walk it out. Maybe add a little thoracic twist. And then come back down for your next exercise when you are ready. Awesome. Knees or toes, we're going to flip over to each side. Good. So alternating side plank. Come into middle plank, twist to one side, middle plank, and twist to the other. Again, you could do this onto the knees. Good. Top leg extends out as you twist from one side to the other. You may also opt to do this down onto the forearms. Again, on your knees or on your toes. Good, always a good idea to listen to the body, see what's feeling right. If your wrists need that break, this forearm option is a fantastic one for you. Good, keep your stomach pulled in to protect the back as you rotate side to side. Stabilize before you reach the hand up towards the sky. Again, on toes or kneeling. Awesome, awesome, we did it. That move is out of the way. We've got 9 total, so we are about halfway through our workout here. Anytime you need to press pause and rest a little bit longer, give yourself permission. Good idea to maybe hydrate during your workout, so make sure you've got some water handy nearby. God, love this one stretch. This is a child's pose with alternating reach. Add that in if you need it. Come back into your forearm plank or up onto your hands. And we're going to alternate down to the forearm, up onto the hands. You could do this on your knees, or you could stack it up back onto the toes. Good. Try to keep the hips down best you can. Eye gaze out over the front edge of the mat. Good. Now this hand reaching in front of the shoulder line takes a little bit of pressure out of the wrist. So if that feels good for you, go ahead, do that with me as well. Good. You could also slow it down or speed it up depending on what is feeling right for you. Good. Keep going, keep going. Fantastic. Another one bites the dust. Oh, give those stretches into the shoulders, into the wrists, into the body. Go ahead, maybe shake it out a little bit. We've got everyone's favorite up and coming. Go ahead, so once you are ready, maybe kick your mat out to the side. You're going to want to do this onto the floor. All right, so we are going into burpees. I told you it was everyone's favorite. I told you, yours and mine alike. Now I'm going to give you a couple different options for this one as well. So when you are ready, you are going to reach your hands down between your feet, jump back into plank or step back into plank. Push up is optional. Step back, and from your squat, jump up towards the sky. Good. So again, you're either jumping in or walking in. You can jump towards the sky or just reach up to the ceiling. You can bring your body halfway down or all the way down to the floor. You can also opt to do those push-ups on your knees. Awesome. Now, as with any of these cardiovascular moves, especially if you are a non-cardio junkie like myself, then this is gonna be one of the longer minutes of your life. Yeah. Awesome. But you are almost there. This is the home stretch. If you get 10, if you get 15, maybe record how many you get this week and then come back, try it again next week. See if you can squeak out one more burpee. And maybe try for 20 and then take that rest. Pull that mat back out. We are going into our last two moves. So the last two are going to focus on each side. We are going to come down onto the forearm or onto the hand. I like to start out onto the forearm for this one. On your toes or on your knee, we're going to do a hip dip. So working into the outer obliques. Keep your shoulders spread across your back and just drop the hip down towards the mat. Awesome. Now again, your hand can be a little bit further forward of your shoulder. That's going to take some of the pressure out of the wrist. Good. Feet staggered or on top of one another if you know you've got good balance. Again, knees or toes, or maybe play around with each posture. See what is helping you get through that full minute. Awesome, just a few more seconds. And rest. Woo! I don't know about you, but I am ready. I am ready to get this last movement out of the way. So when you're ready, set up onto the other side, hand to hip, hand to sky, whatever makes sense for you. Lift those hips up and let's dip them back down. Good. Knees, toes, hands, forearms, playing around with posture, whatever gets you through it with good form and good stability. Good. Break whenever you need to. These exercises are so challenging, but so rewarding. When we get them all done with good form, with good posture, we reap the results of a strong abdominal section, of strong arms. And core strength is so important for every movement that we do throughout our day, week, and year. Awesome. Keep tipping those hips down to the floor. You are almost there. Stay with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Feels so good. Come into whatever seated position feels good for you. Take one arm across the body at a time, maybe circle through the wrist or just spread those fingertips out nice and wide. Good. Now let's open up along the back, interlacing the fingers. Press your hands to the front as you scoop your chest towards the back. Then reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Let's lean out to one side. Inhale through center. Exhale, release to the other side. Fantastic. A lot of movement into the wrists, so bring your hands to the front. Circle through those wrists. Take those circles around the other direction. Good, then open the arms out really nice and wide. Reach from one side of the room to the other. And then you better bring it all the way in, because after that, we really do need a hug and a round of applause. A round of applause. You did so amazing today. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, be well. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one. I appreciate you watching. You can follow me on social at HIIT. Until next time, be well.